guys, welcome to our Saturday night thrift haul. We go live every Saturday night at 8:30 Mountain Time to show you the items that we purchased at the thrift store. Somebody the other day told me to stop calling it junk, so I'm just going to say items.
But literally, it's junk that other people are like, this isn't good enough for my house anymore. I need you to come buy it for super cheap and make it over.
And if this is junk, then I love junk. So we are here to share with you. We tell you what we paid for, what we're going to sell it for, and what, if anything, we're going to do to make that item over. If you want to buy any of these items, we do have them listed at JamieRayVintage.com under the Saturday thrift haul. We also have an app. So if you have the app, then you got the notice that we have all of them added. And Caitlin is on here dropping links and answering questions. If we miss anything while we're live, we typically will go back through comments later and answer them as we can. So,
all right, so I'm going to show you guys some stuff so we can move this so Jamie can sit down because she's having to stand so that she can see over the top of this chest.
It's fine. We went to 3 thrift stores this week, 2 together, and then I went to 1 alone.
She's like, I need some thrifting therapy. I'm going to stop by. I'm like, sure, whatever, go ahead.
No, we just needed more small items, and I happened to be on my way back from picking up milk paint, and I thought, hey, there's a thrift store. I should go in.
So these are the wall hanging style corbels. They're like a little corbel shelf. I like to use them as bookends. We usually paint these up. These were $3 each. We're selling the set.
No, we're selling for $29.95 each.
Oh, $29.95 each. Okay.
Yeah, because they're shelves.
They are shelves, and they are rather large for corbels.
But when we do paint them, like you wouldn't think so, but because people do use them as corbels, and as bookends, we will paint this side that would typically go up against the wall. We're also going to paint the top. So that way, if somebody uses them as a shelf, it's all painted. If somebody uses them as a corbel, the only thing you're going to see is like the hanging hardware here, but then the back's still painted to match.
Yeah,
so
they do have the hanging hardware.
Les will be super excited to know I'm going to paint all the sides.
All right, first item, check.
Seeing comments, but not you or sound. Is it me or Facebook? Debbie says we did good, so she must be seeing stuff. Ellie, maybe hop out and hop back in. Nobody has questions yet. All right, Jennifer says it's her 3rd live. Welcome, Jennifer. Hey, Rosie. Rosie, is this like your 200th live? I think it might be. Rosie Ibarra.
All right, so this is, I don't think it's actual old wood, but they did a good job making it look like old wood. So I'm going to leave it as old wood.
But we're going to stencil it.
Are we going to stencil this up in here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this will get a stencil up in here. It was $2. Once we stencil it and give it a little freshening up, it'll be $42.95.
I was thinking maybe even like a dry brush. I don't mind the wood, but I don't know. This metal to me is a little bit like fake rust. It's a really cool tray.
It's big too.
So I don't
know. Very
it
sturdy.
Might just get a stencil in the middle. It's not going to get solidly painted for sure.
Maybe we'll get around to it tonight. Maybe we won't. We thrifted this on Monday, and I can't even remember what my weird find was.
Ellie, the other thing you can do, Ellie, if you can't hear or see us, is hop onto YouTube, and you can watch us there because it's definitely working there.
Okay.
All right.
Couple of little planters or urns. They don't have lids, so I wouldn't call them an urn. Yeah, they're not bowl
They're for
shaped.
plants, not your grandma.
Not your grandma. Okay, so these were $3 each and $19.95.
Yep, they're going to be $19.95 each. We're selling them individually. They're terracotta, and they will get a fun new paint job. I feel like a lot of the detail, I don't even know if you guys can see how awesome it is lost because it's just all one color with a little bit of this, like they tried to make it look like dirt.
Yeah, they tried. It's like a bad wash that's brown.
Did you just put deodorant on?
No.
You're smelling fresh.
I put deodorant on before we went to the cheer competition, but I'm surprised it didn't all sweat off. It was like 100. It was like 20 degrees outside, but there was so many people packed in that gym. It was like 105 inside. If
it wasn't for the love of my daughter, I would not have been there. Let me tell you, it was like packed like sardines. And I'm too old to be sitting in a stadium without a stadium seat. I should have brought one. Let's see. To see this question. Nancy says Facebook's working for her. All right, sweet. Hey, Les is on here. I just mentioned you, Les. Did you hear me? That I was painting all the things. All right, so this, we talked about possibly painting it, but we didn't realize that it was a World War II footlocker. It is marked 1942 inside. And I looked them up, and they sell with shipping for about $300. So we're going to sell it for $299.95, and that would include shipping to the 48 contiguous states, which would probably be about $150+ in shipping these days.
It does have its original like shelf in here too with the divider.
So really, it's like we're selling it for $150 and then covering shipping, but same. I love that the divider's in really good shape. I love that the metal on the corners is in really good shape. I mean, it is plywood, so there's some imperfections.
Let me see. It's too heavy to lift up, and you probably can't see it. Let me see if you can zoom in to the maker on there.
And we paid $10 for this at the thrift store, which I think was a really great deal.
Oh, you can kind of see it.
It's actually embossed. Do you think that's burned? Yeah, no, you can see it now. Thank you, Zeb.
So that is what we're going by, and pretty cool on that piece to find that stamp inside.
Thanks, Caitlin. Diane asked if we could drop the link to our new homestead channel, because we started a second channel for our animals and cooking and homesteading type stuff. And Caitlin just dropped it. It's on YouTube, and it's called Jamie and Zeb, and we have a whopping 3 videos on there.
We're about to have 4, and a short is coming next week. I realized this afternoon as we were making the recipe, we did another recipe for you. And it also has another sweet syrup. I'm like, these people are going to think that I lost 30 pounds eating sweets.
Well, I mean, it's true. And thyroid medication. Do not underestimate the power of having.
It's not a cure-all, though. A lot of it is diet.
Yes, but a lot of it is also like when your thyroid doesn't work and then you do get thyroid, it does help.
So watch for that video next week. And then a fun little short with the chickens.
Allie Cat says she just subscribed. Linda says, love the Foot Locker. Are you doing anything to it? No, because of the provenance and the fact that it is stamped that it's from 1942. We know it's a military Foot Locker. We decided to leave it as is. Now, if it does not sell, I would consider maybe putting like a big stencil on it, because I think that would be super cute. But I'm going to give the military lovers a minute to buy it.
1942. That's 81 years ago now.
Yeah. And we will, like, locally, we will sell it for less because we don't have to ship it. So I bet you that somebody will like scoop it up in the shop, because we sell a ton of chests in the shop. We sold do you guys remember the big coffee table chest that we had that we painted white and put the IOD transfer on it? Somebody locally just bought that like 3 weeks ago. All right.
Sorry, I needed to fix that. I'm like, man, we're seeing a lot of the range hood back there.
I'm just seeing if there's any questions. Everybody says they've subscribed.
Okay. So this was a cool little church birdhouse. This was probably a gift.
No,
Jamie dropped it.
It's from a wedding. It's got like either they didn't like it or maybe the marriage didn't make it. But
Chris and Amber is probably from the late 80s, early 90s.
97.
1997, not late, huh?
Hey,
oh, it's right on there.
Yeah.
March 15th, 97 on the ribbon.
I wasn't just guessing. And it has a little church steeple. And when I went to photograph it, I dropped it. So we're going to glue the steeple back on, and then we will paint this. And while it is darling, it probably meant more to the people getting married than to somebody that would buy it. Although this groomsman looks like this guy's giving him the kissy face.
Yeah,
it's like a weird situation happening on the side. I don't know.
But Jamie dropped it. This will get, everything else is fine on here. This will get glued back up. And I think, despite probably being home decor inside someone's house, this is a functional birdhouse.
No, because there's no way to clean it.
That doesn't matter.
I thought that's what everybody said. That's what the people at YouTube told me.
I don't think the birds, as soon as it's too dirty to live in, the birds aren't going to go in there anymore. You'll be done. They won't go in.
An empty nest?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was $3 and we're selling it for $24.95 after we paint it up, and we'll probably put either a mold or transfer or stencil. It's going to be cute. I haven't decided exactly what I want to do yet.
I'm making a paint pile over here.
Oh, Megan says, excited about the corbels I just bought. Did you buy those corbels that we showed at the beginning of the video? I haven't even been paying attention to what's sold.
All right, this candlestick, I love it. I love the shape of it. I love how big it is. I think it's wood. Yes, this is actual wood. Someone's painted it up. Looks like a spray paint job based off of the parts that were missed.
They did not flip it upside down and start painting it.
So we are going to, it was $5. We're selling it for 40 is that? I guess.
$44.95.
Oh, that
$44.95.
the 2 stamp on the thing got up. Okay, $42.95, but it's
44.
big and chunky. $44.95.
Well,
Sorry,
it's gonna get multiple colors on it, layers, texture.
it'll be
I really
finished more
wanna
like a
give it-
piece of furniture because it has so much detail.
Yeah, well, that and see the other big Mama Jabba. I think that's like 36 inches.
This is its big brother, also a big candlestick.
This one has 3 holes in the top, so you could do 3 pillars or just one big fat one.
That one
I think
exceeds
36
the arm length.
inches. What do you think?
36? No, I'm going to say 30.
Okay.
I will measure right now.
I think you put the measuring tape
It's upstairs.
So my plan is to really French country them up. I love this one, and this one is going to be, this one was $6, and it's going to be $79.95 because it's so big and so detailed. And I'm going to like probably paint these beads here a different color. I'm seeing like, I don't know, maybe like a blue with a white, and
We're
then
both going to be
gold.
wrong. 24 and a half. When I was
36
walking down,
would be this tall.
well, this is a 48-inch ruler.
It's awesome,
It
guys.
just gave me a splinter.
All those inches are amazing. What?
This is
a
an old
splinter?
school antique ruler
You almost hit me with that.
that I use for measuring all sorts of things and keeping the dogs locked in the bedroom too when they don't need to be coming out.
Jeannie says she's had the dropsies lately. Is that what you call when you drop stuff? Because mine usually happens like I get in a groove and I start doing things really fast and then I start dropping things.
Did you tell him how much this one was?
Yes,
while I was gone?
$79.95.
Okay. We have a large paint pile. We've been finding that recently to here's a little pro tip. If you're thrifting to resell, is most of the things that are at the thrift store are needing a little work these days.
I know. I was like, let's try to buy less things because we literally paint like 25 things a week. No joke. And I was like, it's a lot of work, especially with our paint finishes. What? Oh, yes, you were right, Mother. My mother was right. She told me, what was it, 2 feet? It was 25 inches.
25 and a half.
25 and a half.
She was pretty close.
You were the closest without going over.
Her
so
bid
you
would
get
have
to
won.
spin the wheel.
Price is right.
My mom's talking at me from the side. You are good at guessing, and you're cute too. Okay, so these are going to be $19.95 each. We paid $1.50. They have little feet. They're super cute. They've got finials. Did that pop down?
I'm popping it out more and more. It has a bend in this corner, and I'm trying to pop it out.
Gotcha.
I think if I get something that's stiffer
I would
than
actually
my
just
finger,
leave it. That's fine.
yeah, it's not bad.
I'm gonna paint it all up. What I was saying is like because we do so many layers, like literally a candlestick I did last week. I counted the layers. There were 7 layers.
7
between
layers.
the paints and all the waxes, and then more paint. So it takes a hot minute, but I'm happy when it's all done. So $1.50, and these are gonna be $19.95 each once we paint them all up. I'm not saying this one will have 7 layers. I don't know. I don't know until I get started because people always say, well, how are you going to finish it?
It's a nice dark color underneath. It's just got like some mustardy, like, I don't even know, taupey undertones that it's not that great. We're going to brighten it up.
Art is a process, right? You start with a coat and then you're like maybe a different coat of paint and then you put some wash. You got to go with it. You can't decide officially before you get started what it's going to look like.
I don't even know what my weird find was. I think we were going to paint that tote, but it wasn't a weird find. It was an awesome find. It was not
actually weird find.
I haven't found anything weird that's worthy of like
I don't remember
repainting this week.
that. Did we price that?
What,
that thing that you were surprised that I bought?
This thing?
Yeah, did I price that?
I don't know.
Look at it.
Nope.
I don't even know if I photographed it.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. It is priced.
Okay, so this, also not an urn, but a planter. It was $2 at the thrift store. We're going to paint it up. Once that's all done, it'll be $24.95. It's heavy. It's heavy duty. It's got some detail around the bottom. It's got some detail here. This is like a glossy glaze, so we're going to have to figure out how to get some paint to stick to that. Maybe some salt wash.
Jinx.
It's been a while since we've done some salt wash.
But I feel like this definitely needs that. And I love the bottom. Like you can't see it probably on camera. I don't know if you can show it to them, but it's got like the scallops detail all along the bottom. That's why I like finding things like this because people wouldn't. That was definitely the floor, not Zeb's bum, if you heard that.
There you can see it.
People see this stuff and they're like, oh, that's like early 2000s. It's just off the shelf. It's not cool. But it's like ready for a makeover.
You guys ready for
Without
this?
the good bones. What?
In the picking world, vintage is considered 20 years or older, at least in the automotive world. So I'm going to count it. So this, if it was from 2003, would be vintage.
It's not in the junking world.
In the junking world, I think
We
they
don't
like
sell
it a
cars,
little
we sell
older.
junk.
But most cars from 2003 aren't on the road anymore.
Maggie says planter / fruit bowl.
Yeah, it could be.
Have you ever got so frustrated with a piece that you just threw it away? I have one that may get kicked to the curb.
We have redonated.
We don't throw them away typically, unless they're like broken and need repair. But we have absolutely redonated a piece. Been like, you know what? I can't deal with you anymore. And then put it on its merry little way. So there is no shame in that game, because sometimes you spend so much time working on something that's just not working that you could do a myriad of other things with your time. So it's better to just push it along the circle of junk life, and then maybe somebody else will see it and they'll be like, oh, let me rescue that, and maybe they'll be able to, and then you'll be able to do other things. It's okay. It happens.
All right, this is architectural detail. I think I'm gonna guess Jamie just liked it because of the shape and the weight. It was $1.50. We're selling it for $16.95. No paint required on this.
It's pewter. Like, so cool. I've not seen one like that before that was pewter. And they usually sell for $20 and up. So I thought $16.95 was a good price. Oh, are you talking about this bowl, Becky? It is a Pyrex. So I would call it turquoise. I don't know what you want to call it. It's a 444 Cinderella. It was $3 and I'm selling it for $26.95. Does have a few scuffs, but overall in fairly good condition. So I was pretty impressed. We bought this at a thrift store we don't normally go to. It's called Uglies. It's in Pleasant Grove. I also picked up some Hoka HOKA. Just sounded weird to say that. Shoes for $10 that are my exact size and were hardly worn. So
Hoka, like the Polynesian dance.
So
but they're cool shoes.
If you're in Pleasant Grove, Uglies is small, but always worth checking out. We happened to be there because I needed a cupcake at Alicia's down the street.
And also because that's where the tractor store is and I had to pick some stuff up.
That
was the real reason why we were in the area.
Also, Zeb may have needed a new implement for his tractor that he assured me that would be critical with our spring gardening. Somehow we put a garden in last year without it, but this year, this
garden is over double the size. I'm I have a tractor. I'm not going to spend $2,800 on a rototiller implement for it. So I got a box blade, and I'm going to put those tines on there, and we're going to churn that up pretty good with that and make it nice and level. You guys will see it. It'll be on the homesteading video.
When you label something as a planter, would you let us know if it has holes in it? Yes, I will. I will start doing that. We actually, I would say in the last 3 months, we've probably had 1 or 2 things that actually had holes in the bottom. Typically they don't, and you have to do like rocks for drainage.
Yeah.
We did have 1 last week, but yes, I can't promise it with a surety that I'll tell you because I have ADHD.
It's like one extra step that she's got to remember.
Sometimes stuff falls off the conveyor belt, but I'm going to give it a really good try.
Okay, so this is a thrift store marriage. I found this little lid over with the plates and the bowls. I have no idea why it was over there. And then this was just a glass vase. And I'm like, you know what? That's kind of apothecary shaped dish. And put this lid on there. And I really love the shape of this with that lid on there. We're going to paint the lid. But it was $1.50 all together. And it's going to be $16.95 when we're done painting this up.
You did a really good job because it fits pretty.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of play, but not much.
Yeah, no, that's a really good marriage. You brought these here together.
I'm going to set that aside as I'm going to paint it tonight.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is a jar with chicken wire on it. It was $1.50. I'm going to sell for $10.95. I think it would be cute with the floral in it. And I don't know what the actual real life application for needing chicken wire in a jar is. I just think at some point Joanna Gaines said it was necessary for farmhouse decor.
So there's 2 practical reasons I could think of why I would do that. A, it would be to hang it. Yep. And B, but you can do that with just regular rope.
Does it protect the glass?
But B, yeah, it might help protect the glass, but it's also a hard surface, so it'd just be like a hard banging against a hard. I don't know. It gives it a little bit of a buffer, but I would do it to hang it.
I think it's cute. I mean, sometimes we can do stuff just because it's cute, right?
Yep. All right. So these terracotta pots, there's 6 of them. Were $1.50. Someone took their magical spray paint can and just splattered them. Super great.
So the mesh jug sold, so somebody else thought that was cute too.
So this has like drippy white paint on this terracotta pot, and then weird splatter green paint on it.
It's a spray paint job situation.
Yeah.
I just bought these because we've been selling little planters like this really fast in the shop, and I sold all the ones I had. And normally when you find these at the thrift store, they want like $1 a piece, which is way too much for it. But I found all of these for $1.50, which makes them perfect for crafting. So I'm going to craft these up into something cute, and then I'm going to sell them for
$5.95.
$5.95 each once they're all cutesied up.
They could get some IOD. They could get some decoupage. They could get a little stencil.
I have some with IOD on them. I think I just want to make them look like old and crusty with like moss on them. That's what I was thinking.
All right, so there's a little bit of texture, a little paint
work.
Little
textural situation.
Show them that. Show them that.
Go get your light.
I have it.
You have your light.
I have it.
We have something.
I'm going to bring this
show
close.
you.
We found 8 of them. Show them.
Okay, I found 8 of them. One of them has a chip. I thought they might just be depression glass, but I ordered a black light, and turns out, dun, 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 they're uranium glass. And now I also have a black light, so we can have dance parties. I paid $1 each for these goblets. I should have grabbed the plates next to them, but honestly, I didn't think they were that cool. And the goblets, I don't really know much about uranium glass, but I was like, if they are not, it's okay because they're cute and definitely worth $1. One of them has a small chip, and I'm selling the set of 8 for $69.95, which I feel like is a good price. I love the detail on the bottom, and I love that they've got like this like tiered look, and then it kind of goes like corrugated around the side almost. I don't know how to explain that, but they're just interesting looking aside from being uranium glass. So super excited about that.
They're good. They are old. They've got some seating. I mean, uranium glass is always old, but
yeah. And
they're not making it anymore.
I don't know where it's at, but one has a teeniest tiny, oh, there it is, teeniest tiny strip. And I did take a picture of the chip, and I put that in the listing. So yeah, it's like right there, but it's not even like, it's not
like
even rough. Is it a bubble?
It looks like a bubble more to me. Oh no, it's a chip.
But it's not rough. So
actually, it's just a little crack. The glass is still there. It's not actually chipped, which is why you don't feel the roughness.
Jennifer said that that's a good price for uranium. I thought it was. I looked it up. I'm not like well versed enough to know if it's like priceless uranium glass. So I just thought $69.95.
We found some cups with a little bit different style that were $70 all just for one.
Yeah, I was like, When in doubt, price it low.
I'll bring those over here.
Okay. Plans for the bird cage. Yes, I do have plans for the bird cage. I plan to sell it. Dolly, sorry, I'm being funny. I'm just going to sell it as is. It's missing a bottom. Some of the things are not perfect, but I just love these. In a vignette, you put your floral inside of it, or you could even just plant like a real live plant that has hanging things that grow like a fern or something. It'd be cute in here.
Like
and because the bottom's missing, you could just put it right over the top and then grow the plant. That'd be super cute. Or you could do floral on it or whatever. You could paint it white, but I like the black. So
you know what I think would be awesome would do more of like a practical thing and train like a little planter down below with peas in it and train the peas to grow up.
Yes.
But then you wouldn't be able to lift it up when it came time to harvest. You'd be in here with tweezers, so maybe not.
I love that you said it was practical. It was $3. We're selling it for $34.95.
Well, I thought it through. I took my thought to a conclusion. I'm like, no, never mind. That's not going to work.
Hello, is Leslie leaving? She's got family going on. All right. Where are we at here? Let's show the rocking roast.
You guys, we have 978 people watching. Thank you to those who have shared it out. We appreciate that.
If you guys want to hit share, Zeb's going to pick somebody. That has to be through Facebook. Sorry, because YouTube doesn't keep track of it. But we're going to pick somebody. We've already told you guys this, I think, on another video. But we're going to pick somebody who shares a random video. It doesn't have to be this one, just anyone on our channel. And we're going to send you something fun in the mail. I thought that would be fun to do. And if it works out well, then maybe next time we'll pick 2 people. So that's your job. You have to remember. And maybe Caitlin. I'm going to tell you too. Remind us. We've got to mail something out next week.
If Caitlin
that
knows,
shares.
then for sure it'll make sure it
I know.
gets done.
She's my brain.
She's like our...
she's my Alexa.
I'm trying to...
She's my niece.
I can't remember what the word I was
My
looking
love.
for. It's been a long day.
My
It'll come
CFO.
back around. Yeah. She keeps us accountable is what I was going to say. That's the word I was looking
for. She's like, I'm not trying to be in charge, but remember, and I'm like, no, you need to keep us in check. Somebody should. All right, let's show this rolling pin.
Finally, rolling pin wasn't $3, $4, or $5.95. It was $1. They're back to $1 at least at this thrift store.
I had to squat down low. It was on the bottom of the cart. Sometimes you have to practice your thrifting squats, and I got it for $1.
This one is going to be $13.95. We're going to paint the handles up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it over here.
Thank you for sharing and sprinkling.
We had a lot of questions about this when Jamie showed the thrifting reel.
Oh.
Didn't we already show this one?
We showed it last week, but I didn't have it listed. But this week it's listed.
This week, I'm like, I thought we showed this last week.
And I included that there were chips. It was $4, and I think I'm selling it for like...
There's no price.
$16.95.
There's no price.
Well, I'm 99% sure it's $16.95.
It's Cracker Barrel from 1998.
I'll wait till Caitlin. Yeah, they're really popular. They actually sell for more than that, but this one has some chips.
It's imperfect, you know. When you're thrifting and dealing with old things that you love, sometimes you got to deal with some imperfections and get past
like
that.
This one is like on the eve where it's already white. So has chips as shown, but how much is it? How much is it?
All right, guys. I need your honest weigh in. Take a poll, start commenting as quickly and furiously as you can. Should we do a rooster rocking horse, a rocking rooster craft kit? Found this at the thrift store. I'm like, that's brilliant.
Because
we've done horses as the craft kit, but we didn't do. I think it could be cool.
We're gonna paint it. I'm gonna try to show them the other side.
Weigh in if you want a chicken on a rocker, because how fun is this? I mean, chickens are quirky anyway. Look at that guy.
I don't love that they did like hot glue or
there is like some. I'm
It's
showing
weird.
him the backside. There is some hot glue around here that someone painted gold.
I actually wouldn't hate it, but the eyeball's weird, right?
Let's help him out. It is a him. That's a big.
So it's gonna
tail.
get painted. It's gonna get painted. We need a rocking rooster craft kit. Everybody says yes. So I guess that's what you're gonna be doing.
This is
this
April.
week you're cutting corporals, and in April you're gonna
This
be
will be
making
April's
a spring
kit.
rooster.
It won't look exactly like this. I'll make it my own. It'll probably actually be a little bigger than this. So,
yeah, I think
but
it
it's
needs to be
cool,
bigger.
right?
I like
Anyway,
the design. I
it
like
was
how has this-
$1. Jamie's gonna redo it. It's gonna be $16.95. She doesn't
Maggie
love
says,
that.
please make a pattern of it. Oh, a sheep, a rocking sheep.
Yeah, we could do a whole series of rocking animals, you guys.
I think the sheep would. Well, anyway, you do it. All right, let's
the
move
sheep
on.
would be just as easy.
I said that, and now all of a sudden I realized I'm like, oh, I'm so tired.
It has
Do you ever do
been.
that? All of a sudden you're like,
It has been a super long day. I was trying to clear everything out from this shelf. This is galvanized and cast iron, and it's super great. Super great.
super. There's like regular great, and then there's super great.
No, this is.
I'm gonna paint it.
You know how there's like cute, and then there's super cute. This is
gotcha.
great, and then there's super great.
I'm not in love with like this top, so I kind of want to leave the cast iron, but I definitely want to paint this top and maybe around.
That's gonna be that's gonna be some tricky painting work.
You know I can do it.
I know you can, but also
in the little paintbrush.
So it was $5. It's so great. Once Jamie gets done painting around all these hooks, it's going to be $60.95.
$69.95.
Oh, see, that's a 9, not a 0.
It's going to be good. It's big, and it's going to be a pain in the butt to ship.
It is really cool, though. I haven't even shown you the sides. That's cast iron.
How long is that? You want to measure it
hold,
now that we have
please.
the measuring tape out?
I'm going to guess close to 24 inches.
And it's got 5 hooks, so it'd actually be cool. I think it'd be cute to put like stockings for my Christmas
Actually
tree.
has 10 hooks.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh, 26 and a half.
Yeah, that's a good size. It would be cute with a mirror over the top of it, or like in a mud room or coat rack. I just like it.
Or in your kitchen.
And if I paint the things,
hang all your aprons.
I can't guarantee I won't paint the cast iron. I'm going to paint not the cast iron. But then if I don't like the way it looks, then it's at risk of being painted. You just never know. Okay, so we've got picture frame of Palooza here. 75 cents each for these lovely picture. Oh, you could do a rocking buttercup. That would be cute. All right, 75 cents each for these.
Watch out for all the rocking animals. They're coming to a Jamie Ray vintage.
I think we'll start with the rooster.
Coming from a Jamie Ray vintage near you.
And then these are going to be $16.95 once they get painted, I think. Or $19.95, I can't remember. Why can I not remember anything tonight?
Because you priced this earlier today, and then we went and cheered like crazy at a cheer competition.
I'm surprised that I even have, $19.95. That's right, because I knew these were going to be a little bit more work because they're super detailed. So these will be $19.95. Can you guys see all the roses on there? They're actually not like bad the way that they are. I just feel like if I painted them with a two-tone, they could be better. They could be much improved. Okay, I have a stack though that will be $16.95. Some of you may have seen already. This one came from Uglies and it was $2, and it's actually the biggest of all of them, but not as detailed. Most of the details in the corner. And then these like originally came from Hobby Lobby and were $20. Disclosure: you have to hang them on a wall. They're not made. They don't have the little thingy to hang them like that. But I'm going to have to prime these first because this is like a really slick, plasticky type paint. So I'm thinking I'm going to use Salvation Solution to prime them. And then they're going to get French countryed. And we're going to get rid of the hot pink. Sorry to anybody that wanted a hot pink lacquer picture frame. I paid $1.50 for these ones. Actually, I paid $3 for these ones. And $1.50 each for these ones. But they're all going to be $16.95. And that's the thing about junking. So a lot of people say, like, is there an equation? Not really. This, basically the same size as this. I paid $1.50 for this and $3 for this, but they're both just going to be $16.95, and I'm going to paint them.
Yeah. Sorry, I was over here. I realized I zoned out on you right there. I was trying to line up the time. There's like this day and night time for world time, and I'm trying to line it up with the UK.
Well, you know, lucky for you, I could actually just talk all night.
With London. There we are. Greenwich Mean Time. All right. So we thrifted this for $3. It's going to be $22.95. Sometimes we do IOD if they've got damage or a hole or they're scuffed, but no work needs to be done. This is a wood base, little wrought iron here. Not even rod, just like metal. And the globe is good. And it's got like a little bit of faded to it. It's not brand new, but it's not super old because it's got Russia on here.
Les says that we should do a craft kit where we do something other than painting wood. Here's the thing, Les. I don't have anything else that's going to fit in a box like that I know how to do. It's not painting wood. I have a limited amount of skills. I don't crochet. I don't.
We could do, I thought it would be fun to do like a tea towel kit with some stencils. Like send them like 5-6 towels and then the stencils that go with it. You could do a whole set. That would make all of
Les's dreams come true.
Weigh in. Would you like to see that craft kit?
I'll put you in charge of it.
It'd be super simple.
Okay, $22.95 and we paid $3.
You get an awesome stencil kit that we make just for the craft kit.
And this looks old, but it's not actually old.
Yeah, I told them it's a little faded, but it's not super old. All right. Crystal. Jamie stole this for 75
I did not steal it. It was actually just
75 cents.
It should have been $10.
Yeah.
It's heavy. Like, I get crystal a lot, but this is like heavy duty. Like, it could be Waterford. It's so heavy and beautiful. I don't know what brand it is. I'm just saying I've held Waterford and I've held this crystal, and I don't know that this crystal
does have like a little, I'm like closely inspecting it. It's got a couple little flea bites down here on the edges of the crystal, but otherwise it's in perfect condition. And beautiful. Sitting down, you won't even notice it because it's on the bottom.
And it could be yours for the price of $28.95. Now go to the store and try to buy a beautiful piece of crystal that's heavy for $28.95. It's not going to happen.
No.
But at Jamie Ray Vintage, we're going to make it happen.
But what about a golfing trophy?
What about a golfing or 3?
The Alpine Country Club, August Leg, Dow Christensen, 1972. It was $1.50.
Now people want towels. I think if we did towels, it would not be our quarterly craft kit. It would have to be something else. And I only say this because I feel like people that sign up for the recurring craft kit, that's what they're looking for.
There's more home decor style stuff.
And so I don't want to give them something they weren't expecting, but we could do a separate one, like not a recurring, just like a one-time craft kit situation.
So this was the Alpine Country Club July leg, Val Christensen, 1973. So we won
72, 73, and what year is that one?
This is the Alpine Country Club B flight for Val Christensen, 1972. So for 2 years, he was a golfing son of a gun.
I think, he probably paid more to golf than we're going to sell these for. They're $24.95 each, and we paid $1.50 each for them, and they're really cool. I love trophies. Somebody's like, you could just turn it around. I'm like, no, that's like the coolest part is that it's engraved. And we had a super chat from Sally Von Swole. She said it's still hot in Phoenix. Or cold in Phoenix. I actually saw that, but it's warmer than it is here. So that's always good.
The patina on these is great. I don't even know where they were keeping them to get this kind of patina. It looks like someone wiped them down with something at one point.
I don't know. Oh, and Sally also said great thrift haul. Thanks for that super chat, Sally.
We are loving this thrift haul. It's all the home decor that we love.
Cynthia says, because we were just down at the AF and Riverton DI, my husband just asked me if this is the people from there.
This is the people from there.
Yeah. Did you see us there, or were you just there? We don't actually own those DIs. I did go back to the Saratoga DI. I don't know if I told you guys. There was a gal that was not happy that I filmed, even though I tried very hard to be quiet and polite. And I was a little bit nervous to go back. And the first time I went back, she wasn't there. And today she was there. And I did this. And then I just kept doing my business.
You know you're going to end up being good friends with her someday, right? This is how this works for you. Like, people hate you first, and then they
I realize I can't control all people. And maybe she does not like what I do. That's fine. Like, there's people that do things I don't like. It's whatever. But anyways, I just want everybody to know that I just smiled and went about my business. All right. I typically would not buy just this.
Pressed glass.
Yeah, but it has the matching creamer, and so the set is just really special.
I feel like we're a little dark. Are we dark?
Or I don't think we're dark.
Does it look fine on there? Let me show you this close, though, so you can get the full design on there instead of just sparkling.
What are the years of the Trophy Bowls? 72 and 73, Sarah.
2 are 72 and 1 is 73.
And then how about a food craft kit? Hey, Les, I like to sleep, so we'll just... Maybe eventually there'll be a food kit. We'll see. If you could, you're going to need to duplicate Caitlin. Sometimes she's like, whoa. So somebody said, Debbie said that her daughter has a crochet channel. I actually have crocheted. I have arthritis, so it's just not something that's ever in the cards for me. Like stuff like that, repetitive motion. And my neuropathy, I call it shiplap elbow. It's healed now, but after 4,000 pieces of shiplap, my nerves just aren't what they used to be. Which is 1973? Can you show Sarah which one is 1973? All right, Deb's gonna look that up. And Caitlin says food requires more things. Selling prepackaged things. We don't need any extra things.
And you also have to have special licenses.
All right. This is just a really pretty little vase, just pressed glass. It was $1. We're selling it for $9.95.
This is the 73. I'm gonna bump the
Sarah. This is the 1973 one. So the one that's scalloped. I don't know which number that is, but if you look at the pictures, it's pretty obvious.
That's the 73 one.
All right. So I showed this. Spring is coming, so we're buying lots of vases when we can. Okay, last thing that we picked up at Ugly's that we have, they already painted the bottom. It's from Goodwood, and it's got a little dish, and I would paint it just the same. So I was super excited that was already done, and it's $16.95. Ta-da!
All right, we had one pretty much identical to this.
It was identical.
Probably been 3 weeks to a month ago. Painted it up, sold it right away, shipped it out. We're gonna do it again.
We paid $5. We're going to sell for $89.95. And I know the gal that bought the last one said she wanted another one, so maybe she'll buy this. But then I looked at the picture of the other one. I'm like, oh, That was complicated.
I did some fancy work on it.
I painted it.
Did you paint it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
I usually paint these.
Yeah, I started with Haint Blue.
Oh, well, there you go.
There was lots of layering. So I'm like, well, I hope I can recreate it if she buys it again. We'll see what happens. Oh, it has sold. Who bought it? Who bought it? All right. Because I will try to duplicate it. I found the picture because I was like, I saw the comment and I was like, oh, I guess I better get my painting skills on, see if I can duplicate it. Let's see.
All right,
You show the next item while I see who it was.
Would this be considered a topiary because it's not round?
Mm-hmm. It's a cone topiary.
Cone topiary.
Topiaries come in all shapes and sizes.
It was $1.50. I don't know where Jamie put the price. I don't know how much she's selling it for.
It was Denise. And I'm pretty sure she's the one that bought the last one. Denise, I'm going to do my best for you. I'm going to give it the college try.
Did Caitlin say how much this one's selling for? Because you didn't write it on here.
Oh, I don't know.
Hopefully
$34.95, and I'm painting the pot. The pot's not bad, but it looks like a sponge paint job, and so I think I could do it better. And the cone is staying as is.
All right, we have 3 of these cast iron hooks, like towel rings or towel hooks or whatever. Not hooks, they're rings. Towel hangers, but they're great. This is wrought iron, cast iron. Are you selling them as a set? Nope. $12.95 each.
Yes, they're going to be each, and I think they're awesome. I had, like, when I was thinking about pricing these, I know we sell, like, those hooks are like $7.95, and these are bigger, and they have the ring. So I thought $12.95 was a good price.
We got 3.
Yeah, 3 available. They're $12.95 each. Vintage Vibe says such a mixed assortment, right? Like, just like totally random goodness. But one of the things I think is, like, it looks mixed, but then when I paint everything, if we were to bring the collection back together again, which we don't, because everything that doesn't get painted immediately goes to the shop to be shipped out, but it would make more sense, right? But because you're seeing it in half unpainted, then it doesn't quite all match.
So this has got a little wobble to it. It is imperfect. The chair seat like twisted at some point, but I think it still looks pretty cool. And I even think that the twist in there gives it some character for the size. It's $3. We're selling it for $34.95. And I may or may not take the wobble out of here. Don't hold me to it because it doesn't bother me at all. If it bothers you, don't buy it. Because I may have time to shave these legs down and I may not. I got to cut out craft kits. Monday, I'm cutting most of them out. Some are already cut. The rest have to get cut. Kai
wants to know how Odelia and Cooper are doing. Cooper is working at the nursing home and Odelia is still at the cheer competition. We had to leave just before the 4th routine. And so we will find out later, like, how awards went.
It should be soon. We should know soon because they don't go all night.
Yeah, next week's state is on Friday, which is great because we just stay all day. Today, they were supposed to be done in time for us to come, so we didn't pre-record it. But they did not get done on time, and so we had to leave before the 4th routine. As it is, Zeb milked the cow at like 1:30.
Yeah, which is 2.5 hours earlier than I normally milk her. And it was right in the middle of her daily nap. Buttercup was out there laying in the sun in the middle of the field. It's like 22 degrees, but she's basking in the sun. And I tried to give her some grain to coax her to come into the barn. I tried to like pull on her halter a little bit. Finally, I had to go get her lead rope and really get after that. And she finally stood up, but it was like right in the middle of nap time.
Listen, it is not 4 o'clock.
But then
you can't milk me at 1:30, but she gave us 2 gallons.
Yeah, but then once I got her up, she went in the barn, got her grain, and really got into it. Let down really fast. It was great. 2 gallons, and we got back home and made it to the competition in time for the first routine. Okay, 10. This Jack was super excited about this when he saw that. He's like, "Do you know you could make giant gummy bears in that?"
I was like, "Do you know I'm probably?"
I looked at him. I'm like, "You've been watching too much YouTube, haven't you?" And he's like, "Maybe."
So I love the copper color of it. It is a Wilton pan, but it's copper and super cute. And it was, how much was that?
Is that copper? It looks like sprayed on copper.
Well, it's not real copper, but it's copper colored.
Okay,
so
yeah.
Copper colored.
It was $2. We're selling it for $16.95.
It has the essence of copper.
It also has the essence of whatever someone baked last in it.
Let's see. Have you made any cheese, Jamie, with the milk? Yes.
Yeah.
Zeb makes mozzarella all the time.
I make mozzarella pretty much every Sunday. We do fresh mozzarella. We like the mozzarella because I can make it in about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how much I make. And it's grateable, so we can use it on like grilled cheese sandwiches and nachos and tacos and burritos. Like basically all the things we use cheese on sandwiches. You can slice it so you can eat it on a sandwich.
All right. I'm just going to interrupt here for just a second. We have a couple questions I just don't want to forget. They're about business coaching. We don't have enough time to like delve into all the things, but business coaching basically is everything that we do with our business. We share how we do that, basically, like how to start a website, how to use social media to grow your business.
The only exception to the things we don't share is we don't share our manufacturers that we've sourced.
That would
but
be
we
like
do sell we do share wholesale sources.
Yeah, and we go live every week and do that. If you have signed up and you have not gotten an email from us, make sure that you've emailed. Like when you sign up, there's an email you need to email. And if that's not working, you can also email info@jamierayvintage.com. But please don't email Caitlin unless you've already tried the email that's on the sign up. So when you go to create a business at Jamie Ray Vintage, there's an email that you need to send to, and that goes to Mariah. Occasionally things get lost in transit. So if you're still not getting any luck, let us know and we will make sure you get added to the Facebook group. All right, moving on.
This was $1.50.
So
it might be the buy of the week.
So I found these exact ones. Somebody put a light bulb in it and they wanted $90 on Etsy for this lantern. We paid it for $1.50 and we're selling it for $42.95. It does not have a light bulb in it.
It'd probably take me all of 5 minutes to put a light kit in here from IKEA.
Let's not offer the light.
I'm not saying I'm going to. I'm just food for thought. You know, you pop this open, you drill your hole in there, you screw the light kit in, and you're done.
That is a true story. I actually kind of like it better the way it is. It is going to be tricky to ship. So keep that in mind if you are reselling things, something like this with the bubble glass. Typically with a regular lantern, we take the glass out, we bubble wrap it, then we ship it.
This glass isn't coming out.
This glass is not coming out, even though we could, because I worry about the little flippy doos breaking. I don't know what they're called. They're like
so the way we'd ship this is stuff this full and then
wrap it,
a box within a box.
And then it'll be a box, and then it'll need to have another box, so it's going to wind up shipping much larger than it actually is.
$42.95.
And it has sold.
Not coming with a light kit, and we're not painting it. It's pretty good. If it's faux rust, it's pretty good job. Some of it might be real rust.
Leslie says she loves business coaching. Caitlin just dropped the link to business coaching if you are interested in that. We probably should do another video, like an edited one where we talk about it. We just wind up getting so busy doing so many other things. I think business coaching is cool, but you have to ask other people that are in there if they like it. We cover a very varied amount of things in there. It's fun.
We cover a lot of things. A lot of the focus, fair warning,
is on social media.
We run our business through social media. That's how we started really taking off. And so we teach you how we did it.
Yeah. And all the changing things. I feel like it's never the same. All right. So I know that we're almost to Valentine's Day, but I love anything heart-shaped.
Yeah,
and
like 3 weeks.
We had a red heart-shaped basket that sold in the shop. And so I was like, I want another one. This one is actually cooler than that one. It was $1.50 and I'm selling it for $14.95. So even after Valentine's Day, I'll still leave this in the shop, but it'll be cute in my little display. And people have been shopping my Valentine's display, so I got to fill it back up.
It's good. It was busy at the shop today.
Buckets are going to get a paint job. I love that they're scalloped. They were $1 a piece, and once I zhuzh them up and IOD them, they'll be $14.95 each. Boom. Sweetest little pot here. It's got a little scalloped floral design. You probably can't even really see it, but once I paint it, you'll be able to. It was $1 and we're selling it for $6.95. Okay, tell them about the plates.
You tell them about the plates. You found them.
So same print on both plates, right? This one, heavy, different bottom, ideal ironstone ware, made in China, oven, and craze proof. Definitely the more quality dish. They were $1 each. And then these ones, the salad plates, whatever you want to call them, they were $1 each as well, but these have little made in Taiwan stickers. But I can tell that they're probably from like the 80s based off of the original sticker on the back, which was $3.89. but they're not as heavy. They could be ironstone, but they're not stamped. So I just don't know.
Here's the big difference. This pattern is stamped under the glaze.
Oh, there you go.
And this one, you can feel the glaze on top, or the paint on top.
I knew there was
So these ironstone ones that are the real McCoy are going to last forever. You can use them, wash them until they break. They're going to hold up.
And these are more expensive. I'm selling them for more.
These ones here are repops. And while they might hold up in the dishwasher or washing them or actually using them, they're not, these bigger ones that have the stamp underneath are going to be around, like Jamie's earthenware that she likes to get, like the crockery.
Yeah.
That the stamps are still intact.
So these are $16.95 for these plates. And then the smaller plates are $4.95. And I put ironstone in the listing, but then I put in the description that these were not ironstone. And I also put on the actual item in the drop-down menu that these are not ironstone, because I want people to know that these are not the same. Still quality. They're not China. These are good weight. They're probably stoneware. Yeah. Is my best guess, because they're good weight. But these are the real McCoy. And they're cool. They're like, I thought it was Italian. I said that in my video, but it's French. I should know that. I've been to France, but I got some things to learn.
Okay, this is just some really cool milk glass, just a little platter, little tray there. But look at the bottom detail on that. Can you see it?
I haven't bought milk glass in a while, except for some vases. So I'm excited to find the pedestal. I think it's going to be cute.
We paid $2. It's going to be $13.95.
Yep. And this box, I believe it's already sold. It's oak.
It's oak veneer plywood.
It's $4. We're gonna paint it all up. It's super cute.
3/4 inch plywood. This is super heavy duty, and then they did a veneer, like a thick oak trim on the top.
It looks like.
Yeah, it's not even veneer. They just took oak that they ripped down, and it's like a 1/4 inch thick on the top.
And we sold it for, I think, $39.95.
Yeah.
We've had really good luck with boxes and containers lately. So
man, I love a good wood box. I use them like crazy in the garage to organize my tools and nuts and bolts and plumbing parts and electrical stuff. What?
This last item.
No, you have 2 more.
Oh, I lied. I was like, look, we finished.
But I am going to get the drop cloth that's right here and start painting.
Because you only have 10 minutes. All right, well, he's going to paint something. This is the part of the video where we paint stuff. You can buy the paint and the thrift items at jamierayvintage.com. I'm just telling you that in case you just signed in and you're like, hey, that's wonderful stuff. I need that stuff.
Hey, good job sharing that out, guys. We're at 11:26. That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people watching us. Oh, amazing. Please don't paint the library box.
Don't paint the library box.
Got it.
So fair disclaimer, it does have a little chip in one of the corners. I'll show it to you in just a sec.
Yeah. I think it's okay because I didn't even notice.
That's why
he's actually going to paint the lid to his little two-tone thing. So I should tell people we don't do custom requests. However, if you don't want it painted and we haven't painted it yet, we're happy to leave it as is. Just email info@jamierayvintage.com. And I would do it fairly quickly because we typically start painting Monday and Tuesday because we got a lot of stuff to get through.
All right. So just to show you, I think this is wax. Probably can be cleaned off real easy. Was going to paint over that. And then this chip in the corner is on here. But, if you sand that, it probably won't hardly be noticeable.
Is this not the cutest chair that ever existed? It's actually older wicker. It's not modern. Somebody spray painted it teal, which my mother loves. It doesn't match my shop, so I'm actually going to repaint it. I think I paid like $5 for it. It's in sturdy condition, and I'm selling it for $199.95. Now, before you're like, oh my gosh, just know vintage wicker goes for quite a bit when it's in this good a shape, 1. And 2, it's going to cost like $4 million to ship, and the website will not charge enough for a box big enough to put this in. So I have to add that to it. So if you were to buy it in my shop, you'd probably pay somewhere around the $125 range. And that's important if you're shipping, to make sure that you're charging enough to cover the actual shipping, especially if your website doesn't charge enough. And so if you come in the shop, sometimes you'll see a tag and it says like the online price and it says in-store, and the in-store price is less. So I know some people are local, so I wanted to let you know that. This is going to be awesome. Probably going to have to bust out the sprayer for this one because wicker is a beast, even at this size, to brush. Hey, Odelia.
Are you
on your way home?
We didn't find out who the winners were.
Yes. All right, don't tell me now though. I gotta finish my live video and then you can call me. Okay, so this mirror was $10. It's embossed tin and it's like all these pieces rolled over. They're like all individual little pieces rolled over. And I'm gonna paint it up and it's gonna be $179.95. And it's pretty as is, but I think it's gonna be a lot prettier with a layered paint finish. So that way you can see all the yummy detail.
Might go thin with some washes on there so you don't lose it because it's pretty intricate.
Well, I figure I'll paint it first and then we'll get the washes, we'll get some waxes, bring back some of the gold.
The mirror will come out. So I've got sea glass. It's like a really great turquoisey blue, pretty bright, maybe even brighter than turquoise. Turquoise is a little more green than this. This is leaning towards blue. And I'm going to whitewash this. I know, shocked.
Odelia says they're practically region champs, which must mean they did really good in everything because region champs, it's a little bit different this year than before. It used to be like, anyways, because now they take an average, I think, of all of them, if that's how it's done. And she said every single routine is going to state. So it went really good. That makes my mom heart happy.
That's awesome.
I'm sure I'll get all the tea when she gets home.
All the judging.
All the judging and all the score informations. I hope somebody filmed your last routine, though, because that's my favorite, that dance that they do.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. All right, so you're starting with sea glass.
Yes, I'm going to do a wash. I have the beadboard out here.
Do you need a heat gun?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
I just cleaned the cabinet.
You know right where it's at?
I do.
I
just
do.
the bottom. I haven't cleaned the drawers.
I might have to put a couple coats on there. It's a little shiny.
Look
and
at that.
then
Like,
I think I'm actually going to do the same thing on this handle.
I even wound the cord up, guys.
What?
I know. That's why you could find the sea glass, because I cleaned the cabinet. It's because the other day I couldn't find something and I was like, oh, I can't anymore. And I literally like had to put a giant towel in front of the paint cabinet and pull it all out because I had milk paint everywhere. It was a mess, but it's much more organized. If you have like OCD, it's not organized enough for you. But like for us, it's pretty great.
We're going to move it all every day anyway.
Yeah. I still need to do the 2 drawers, and then I have another cabinet with all my stencils and IOD, so I need to do that one next. Jamie, show us a routine on Facebook. PIONEERS, go. Pioneers, go.
I think they want to see Odelia.
Oh, I thought they wanted me.
I mean, I was pretty impressed by that.
There we go. Hold on.
Jamie did do cheer back in the day, but then she was too late when they moved to Arizona for tryouts, and she didn't, her freshman year, she wasn't on the cheer team, and then she got into tennis.
Yeah, I wasn't really good at tennis either. I could get my leg up higher, but I'm wearing skinny jeans.
Aren't those your fancy skinny jeans that you only buy 1 pair a year of?
I buy,
when they're on
I
sale
buy 2. I bought these
when they're on sale at Black Friday.
They're Madewell jeans, and they're like $100 and something a pair. But I would never pay that. I either get them secondhand, which I bought them once at DI for $10. I get them when they're on Black Friday or occasionally at Nordstrom Rack. I get really sad when I get paint on them, but they are well-made jeans. Everybody says, good job. Ray's Restoration. Did IOD retire the Desperado transfer? I do believe that they did.
It was only out for a limited time because it was not as popular as they wanted it to be. So it only made it about a year, I think.
If we have any left, they'll be on sale in our sale collection at JamieRayVintage.com because we marked down all of the IOD that was being retired. We marked it down 15%. Some people don't do that. Some people hold on to it until you can't get it anywhere and they charge you 4 times as much. I just need the space. So I'm clearing it out because new IOD is coming in.
Their spring release is coming soon.
I could have sworn you guys made a video with it, or am I dreaming? Yes, we did. What did we do?
We did like a big chest.
Yeah, and it sold. We did do a chest with it. Vintage Vibe says that my cheer has frozen on her stream picture. I only have sound. Oh, I'm so good that that cheer is what you get to see for the rest of this video. So that's just he getting the sea glass, so that way he can do the wash over the top of it. You don't need to
Can you give me something to do the wash with?
Well, sure. You just nicked your...
It'll be all right.
You just stressed it.
It's always going to be all right. I know that sometimes infuriate you, but it is always going to be
Do you want to
okay.
do like a little brush because it's kind of small? Is this okay?
I just need something to put the wash in. I was going to use this same brush I have.
Oh, I thought you needed another brush. All right, I got you. I got you. Which canning jar? I'll use this one because I'm pretty sure it was a spaghetti jar.
I am flying solo this weekend. Jamie and her mom are traveling without me or the kids. It's the best way to travel.
We're going overnight. My mom has a sister who's very, very sick. And so we just booked a last minute trip and we are flying into Gilbert tomorrow, well, actually Mesa, and then we'll just be there overnight and then we'll be back Monday night. But we did already go thrifting for next week and I filmed it. And so I will get that edited up for you guys on Monday because Zeb is going to be busy cutting craft kits on Monday. So I told him I would take care of getting a video up on Monday. And then next Friday, there's going to be a new stenciling video because we have a new stencil release for our spring 2022 JRB stencils.
We're not showing them until Friday, so save the date.
Save the date. So I'm going to do our thrifting video on Monday, so that way we have ample time to get the stencil video done.
Well, that's a lot of water for my wash.
Hope says, I was given several large decorative frames today. Any ideas? Hope, I wish I could tell you exactly which video it was, but I know that I've recently done frames. Like, we do them a lot. If we can, maybe check. If we have time, we might go live on Tuesday and paint these frames. But if not, if you scroll through our thrift videos, there's got to be one on there with painting frames because we've painted a lot of frames. All
right, so I still had sea glass on my brush, and then I just did a good healthy dip of the beadboard, which is like a gray white, leans gray and certain lights gray blue. That's what our cabinets are done. It is in beadboard.
There should always be cheering while DIY.
So I got like a really light blue, so it's not going to be as white and bright. And then hopefully that some of that brighter
I like that.
sea glass comes through.
One of my favorite ways to do a picture frame is to paint it and then dry brush it, especially if it's got detail on it. So if you watch any video of me dry brushing, the technique is the same, but I'll go a dark color and then do a white or a lighter color dry brush on it, and that's always really pretty. Are you gonna heat gun this?
Yeah, I just was letting some of that water run off. Camera
Trisha did not. Trisha wants to know if you got those papers put on the website yet.
Not yet. I actually plan on doing that Monday in between the CNC changeouts.
You heard it here first. So
I might not get all of them, but I'm going to put some up. I got to research on what they're actually worth.
Okay.
I haven't really looked into. I just liked them, so I bought them.
Mary says, I received my red, white, and blue tray from last week's thrift haul. Did you buy the tiered tray that we painted? She says she loves it.
Were you able to put that together okay? Because if not, I could probably walk you through it, but not right now.
No, Christy, I'm good. I have a ride. My sister's picking me up. But thank you for offering. They said we could do a routine, skipping with cheering, Jamie and Zeb. Please fix the camera. We did fix the camera, so it should fix on your end here pretty quick. Let's see.
I'll bring this. I'm gonna wet distress it real fast, and then I'll bring it for its close up, and then this is just gonna get clear wax. Some of that brownish color will come through when I wet distress, but I'll be okay with that. I'm gonna live.
Miss Sarah likes your rolling pin.
Oh, I thought it was
sea glass in forever.
No, I thought it was a really great color on the rolling pin handles.
So are you gonna wet? That is steamy.
Yeah, can you just get me like one last thing?
It's fine. I'm not painting anything, so I got time.
I just need like either a rag or a damp paper towel.
I refilled the towel.
Wet, like wring it way out though, not soppy.
Okay. Let me get my fingers out of the thumb holes.
Thank you.
Okay. Is this ample?
Yeah, I think that'll work.
If you could only have 5 DIY colors in your arsenal, what would they be? White Swan, Apothecary, Weathered Wood.
A black.
Little black dress. Petticoat pink.
See, I would have gone the
See, I
other
would have
way.
gone with primary, so that way
I
you
would
can
have gone
mix
with
them.
skeleton key or a yellow. I would have added a yellow in there because if you have a yellow and a blue, you can make all this stuff.
There you go. I don't know. For sure, I would have weathered wood, white swan, apothecary. Oh, aviary.
That's 6.
Okay, look, I can't.
It's
like
hard to narrow
it's
down.
like tell me.
Can we do a top 10 instead?
Hopefully that's helpful. All right. Allie just lost 90 pounds. That's awesome.
Man, that's impressive.
I must have found him. Let's see. I don't think we have any other questions. And Caitlin just dropped the link to our sale collection. So if you want to see what's on sale, you can see that. Oh, that looks good. I mean, not that I'm surprised. So we still need to seal it because DIY paint doesn't have a built-in sealer.
I'll wax
and it will darken up, but you can kind of see the two-tone on there because he started with the sea glass and then just did the wash over the top.
Almost had to go back and make another thrift store marriage.
I think, you know what would be awesome, Zeb? Is if you dry brushed sea glass over the top of it.
So some of the sea glass is coming through. You can see it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's your project. You can do what you want.
IRL, it's coming through.
Okay. It's more two-tony in real life. Terry says, I look wonderful. Thanks, Terry. My stretchy pants, they got me. All right. I think
and then the candlestick will probably, once this dries, just a real light distress, wax that, or do probably tongue oil because tongue oil is food safe.
In real life, you really can see the dark.
Yeah, there's a lot more dark coming through.
I promise you it's better in real life. Okay. Somebody wanted to know what to mix to give a duck egg blue. I would just use Farm Fresh. That's a really great duck egg blue in my opinion. And that's
or you could mix these two colors, like Farm Fresh with this. You'd be like
pretty close.
Yeah.
Farm Fresh
it'd be right there, yeah.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Jamie Ray Vintage for more
DIY.
We're gonna be waiting for our daughter to get home.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. It was a fun one tonight. Loved this thrift haul and hanging out with you guys.
It's like the best time of the week. Bye, you guys.